Good morning, brothers and sisters. It's a little past 8 a.m. I went to bed last night around 2 o'clock this morning. Usually felt like I had slept a long time when I had to go to get up and go to the bathroom. But it was just 3 something. I slept a little over an hour, but like I slept a lot. Then I came back to bed, and then I got woke up a little later, had to go to the bathroom. And then I woke up to go to the bathroom just a little over an hour ago. And the clock said it was after 6. And I went back in and tried to lay back down so I could get more sleep, and it wasn't happening today. At least not right now. I'll probably fall asleep in my chair, which I do most of the time. But, and I've said this many times, there is something that's about ready to happen. My hopes is that it's the rapture, that we can be out of this evil, wicked place. I just feel like this place is just too scary. Now, I don't know exactly what this was that I had seen last night. It was like a dream. Yeah, I was asleep, so it would be a dream, wouldn't it? Okay, I was sleeping. And it felt like it had something to do with children and with schools. That's what's coming to my head right now. Now, I'm not going to say that's what it is, but there's something definitely going on. I watched a movie last night, but on that movie, I do not remember there being any children. There was like some teenagers in it, but there was no like kids, And it was about the apocalypse, really, and it was a real good, really interesting movie to watch. And the best thing I loved about it, there was not one cuss word in it. It had Dean Cain, Melissa Sue Anderson that played Mary Ingalls. She played the president's wife, who was Beau Bridges. Now Dean Cain's character was like a trained rescuer for, like traumatic type occurrences, which there was something in this movie to do with the plates were moving. They showed like why it was happening, because these plates like move every so often, but it was splitting an area apart. It's very interesting. That's all I know. But anyhow, it was a very interesting movie, and if you're on my Facebook, I shared it on Facebook. If you're not on my Facebook, you're not on it. I don't know what to tell you. It's Cecil Burdett, and it has a picture of. Honestly, I don't know what picture is on my Facebook, but anyway, I can show you what it looks like anyway. Oh my goodness. Brothers and sisters, I'm yawning here this morning. You know how it is to yawn in the morning. It is 8:12 a.m. I started at 8 p.m. the PM would be really nice. I'm looking. This is usually bigger than that. Okay, yes, it is a picture of me and my brother. He's got his head on my shoulder because I told him, put your head on my shoulders and let it lay there till you're done. Okay. I have a song that I was singing. Yeah, it's just Cecil Burdette is on there. That's CE. I forgot how to spell my name. That is spelled CECILBURDETTE. And my top banner says Jesus is the only way to heaven. And it's brothers and sisters, if anybody watches my videos, please, if you feel anything like I'm feeling, like something, and I don't want to say it's a dread because it's not. It's just a feeling that something is about to happen. And there's times that I don't feel it as hard, but I still feel it, It kind of like the feeling goes to a numb and then it comes back up again. And not me going numb like anywhere on my body, but just like it kind of pauses for a while. But I still know it's there. And then it comes back unpaused, and sometimes it's strong, other times it's just a regular strong. And I know that the rapture's at hand. I know this for a fact because everything it says is happening. I mean, there is like too much stuff going on. Not to mention with all of this different things, like all these plants burning down and trains derailing and these trucks wrecking and causing, chemicals in the water system. There's no good coming out of it. And like some people said that, and I believe it too, that the government is trying to poison it wants to kill the population. And I'll tell you what, they think that they're going to make the earth all run by robots. Okay, what's going to happen when if their theory worked out? Okay, and on this earth, every human being, true human being, will die or be transformed and took up in the clouds to be with Jesus, and so shall we ever be. But what I'm saying is, he was up here a while ago, Oliver was, and he had his chest on my stomach or something. And I kind of tooted, and he got down fast. So I know how to clear the chair when I need to. But I ain't going to force myself to do something I don't have to do. But when it has to come out, it's got to come out. I'm not being nasty. I'm just telling you, there's things that you have to do because, if it's hurting you, get whatever it is out, OA or whatever, whether it be a person that causes you causes you to have termites, causes you to have turmoil, or just brings mental distress to you majorly, or physical, any kind of stress. You need to give it to God and have Him remove them away. If it's someone that comes and sees you all the time, God can take away their desire to come to see you. If you only want to see him every so often, then pray what you want. Brothers and sisters, I'm telling you, there is something about to happen. I just don't know what it is. And I'm not a crazy old man. I'm a crazy middle-aged man. That's right. I may have a few screws loose, but I tightened them yesterday with my chargeable screwdriver, drill driver screws and stuff. That kind of funny. Think about that. Oh, I know I sit here and joke, but I'm hoping that you guys get a little bit of laughter when I say something or do something that's funny. I love seeing people laugh. But I was saying before I got off on that reference trail that if any of you are having like deep feelings of something about to happen, share in the comment section, please. I'd really like to hear what you're feeling, because I'm feeling just, I don't even know how to put how I feel in words. It's not a feeling that I can explain, but it's a feeling that I know something big is about to take place, and I don't honestly know what it is. I don't know, sitting here trying to think. Because every time I think about certain things, like I watch videos on YouTube, and there's a lot of things that come up there. And I can tell you from what I've watched on YouTube, when it comes to the drag clowns and the transy people, they are just wanting to be known. They're wanting to be popular. I guess you could say they're wanting their time in the spotlight when they actually need to be in a dark light, because they're in darkness. Why shine when you're in darkness? These people think it's all about them and they're right and it's going to go on forever. But you know what? I know God showed me what it was to be in that life, and showed me where I was going. I know the people in that life, in those kinds of lives, transy or homosexuals, either one, they're all going to go to hell. I mean, if they sit there and they think, well, I've got the Lord with me. I got the Lord with me. No, you don't. You got a God, but it's not the God of heaven. It's the God of this earth. And that's a little G God. He's not. I don't like even calling God. You got the devil as your leader. And he has tricked you into believing what you believe. And our God in heaven has turned you over to a reprobate mind. Meaning that no matter what anybody else says, you only believe one thing. You only believe that you're right, they're wrong, when someone's telling you the truth about your future. And I know that. You're at Boo Boo, Best Katie and Lacey and Jason's room. But anyway, like I was saying, we as Christians need to pray for those people. Even though they're hard as stone, there's nothing God can't do. I mean, I truly believe if he's turned them over to a reprobate mind, though, we have to give it to him. And I think most of the ones in them lifestyles now, they're already believing, and they ain't gonna listen to nobody. kind of hurts. Because, you know, two precious babies of mine are in it. They're like my own kids. Well, three, actually, three. One is a boy I babysitted him and his siblings. And the other two is my niece and nephew. All we can do, brothers and sisters, is just stay strong. And just stay strong, because there is things that's going on that we can't particularly put an explanation to it, because we're not to know. The things we know we'll show and share. But if you don't know what's going on, don't try to telling people stuff that you don't know, and you just make up stuff. Don't say things you don't know just to make yourself seem more important. Be honest and truthful with yourself and with the person. You can just simply say, I feel something, but I don't know what it is. But there's something about to occur. You know, like another thing for me, whenever I think about going outside, and I don't know if I mentioned it on one of these videos or not, but I was thinking one like this. I was sitting here, you know, what exactly, you know, hold on a minute, I got to have a drink. My mouth's like a big Q-tip ball. With this heat and stuff on, which I don't think it's been on. I think my medicine causes a lot of mine. But anyway, and I know, yeah, the heat in this apartment, like the furnace, if it kicks on, it is kind of a dry. So, you know, it is a kind of a dry. It's dry, you know, dry heat that gets your mouth dried out. But anyway, getting back to what I was saying. I was sitting here either morning or evening. I'm going to say more like toward the night. And I was thinking, you know, where would I feel at home living at? And I thought about the neighborhood I grew up in, and nope, I couldn't feel home there. There's a lot of fond memories, but there's a lot of bad memories too. And then I thought about other places we lived growing up with my mom and dad, and I wouldn't feel at home in any of them. The apartment that my mom and dad and us lived in before they passed away, and they had moved out of them apartments into a house they were in the process of buying. I think about the house, which is not there anymore. And it's just not. Trying to think. Okay, you know, like, for instance, I mean, I've lived in a lot of places in my life. I've lived in a place called Chesapeake, West Virginia. I've lived in Beckley, West Virginia. I've lived in Hurricane, West Virginia. Hurricane is in Putnam County. Beckley is in Cabell County. No, not Cabell County. Well, it's a county. It's a county. And I also lived in Oak Hill, or Mount Hope. Mount Hope. That was in Fayette County. Now, you know, I didn't really have a problem when I was in those places. But to think of them now, could they be home for me? No, they couldn't. I mean, even though I lived in these places, I could never feel at home there ever again. think about the place I grew up in, which was home for a lot of my childhood, or close around where my home was, because the the house that a lot of my childhood memories was knocked down, and the other house that my grandpa lived in, and when after he passed away, the year of his passing, Papa had a live-in nurse, which they basically nursed each other, because they weren't nothing more than, it's kind of like a mother-son thing, and her name was Carrie Lively. I'm telling you, that woman was just, I don't know, she was so cute, little cute thing, and she was so sweet, but she had her torch too, where she'd get angry and stuff. Especially what I did not understand is her and my grandpa was not married. But yet if my grandpa loaned money to somebody, he couldn't let her know he did it. And I'm like thinking back, why? She's not your wife, but it's all just, it's better not to think about all that stuff. That does get kind of a, one of those scrambled feelings in your head. But like I was saying, there was like, a lot of things going on. And my childhood was basically, it was not bad at all. It was not bad. I was blessed with good parents, and they done what was best. I mean, they done what they thought was best, and it was the best, because we made it through childhood. They're not here with us anymore, but what they done for us and with us gave us the ability to know things, and that's a God-given gift. I mean, a parent, when a woman is pregnant and getting ready to have a baby, and the dad's expecting, they have this overwhelming, feeling, am I going to be able to do this right or something? And it is like, kind of a different feeling when after they have the children. I mean, I don't have any kids. I was going to say I never had any kids, but I have never had any. But I mean, I've taken care of my niece and nephew were like my own when they were younger, and then the kids I babysat, they were kind of like my own too. Now they still talk to me at times on Facebook. All right. Anyway, brothers and sisters, we just really need to stay strong, stay in the Word of God, continue to be a light to those that are in darkness. Not that we are the light, but the light is in us to shine on others the love of Christ. And either way, any way we can do it, whether it's a smile walking by somebody or a kind word, that's being what we're supposed to do as part of witnessing. Brothers and sisters, I'm going to keep this video short today. I love you all, and I hope that something I've said today is helping you. But again, if you have any heavy feelings about something going to happen, or anything in that line of drop me a line in the comment section. And again, if you want to add me on Facebook, it's Cecil Burdett on Facebook. It's me and my brother. He has like a blue jersey on, and I have a blue shirt, button-up shirt unbuttoned with, but you can't tell that part. But you can tell when you see his head laying on my shoulder that I'm wearing I would say blue plaid, but not like small plaid. It was big plaid. stripe it, vertical and horizontal stripes on it. I don't know, but I love you guys. I'm sorry I'm kind of in and out of it because I really need to stay in bed longer, but I feel like I needed to say something about the way I'm feeling. Brothers and sisters, that ain't going to be long. It ain't going to be much longer. It's not going to be much longer. Jesus is coming at any time. I love you all, and I hope that you all have a good weekend. Keep your eyes upon Jesus. Don't worry about the things of this world because they're not going anywhere with nobody. I'm just going to say, I'm trying to think. I listened to that TV in there. Just keep looking up because Jesus is coming soon. I mean, I truly know he's coming. Every believer knows. Even those that say they don't believe we're in the final stretch, they do know. They just don't want to speak it to where they have to know that, their loved ones aren't saved and there's a chance that they may not be able to get them in to the Lord's sheep. Anyway, keep looking up. Jesus is coming soon. No doubt in my mind. Jesus is coming soon. I love you all. Lord willing, see you next video. Or even better than that, see you with Jesus. Bye.